Hi, my name is Scott Rogers. Welcome to Bar Fighting Self-Defense. In this series, we're going to cover the most common form of attacks you may encounter in a bar fight situation. We're going to cover empty hand defense, weapons defense. We're even going to take you inside a real bar and show you these techniques in action. Before we go on to the actual techniques, we need to cover some fundamental strikes and target areas. Perfect examples: if you were to punch somebody in their forehead, you would do more damage to your hand than to their head. So we're going to learn how to do certain specific hand weapons such as the palm, the punch, the elbow, the forearm, a little bit with the feet, front kick and side kicks. And we're going to show on our partner where to actually place each of these blows. So we're going to bring Mike back out. He's going to come out with a little target. If you have a target at home or if you have a heavy bag, that's an excellent way to practice these moves. He's going to hold it in his right hand. Okay, we're going to turn a little. First one we're going to cover is the palm strike. Palm strike, we want to bend the wrist, lock the fingers, and we're focusing with the base of the palm, the bottom third. So you don't want to come in and slap this target. You want to push it. So from a nice relaxed position, there are two ways we're going to practice every technique. One is from a hands-up fighting stance. That's fine. And the other is the way you're going to use it, which is just here, stepping and hitting. When you're hitting with one hand, the other hand should be coming up to protect your face in case something is coming towards you. So from here, we're just going to step in and palm strike. We're going to go back. We're going to show that one more time. Elbow pressed in tight. Make a very straight line, slightly upward rising. So we're here and palm strike. The power from this blow comes from me stepping and twisting. We put those two things together, gives us a lot of power. Focus right in the bottom third. So again, make sure you're not slapping down, shooting up slightly with the palm. So we're going to show it one more time. Palm strike. The next blow we're going to cover is a close range blow. If he's at this distance from me, the palm strike is great. But if he pulls me in real close, it's a little close range, so I'm going to use half of my arm. I'm going to use my elbow. The elbow is not the forearm, so we don't want to hit with this part. We're not tackling. He's going to hold the target up, and using the bottom 2 to 3 inches is what we're striking with. We twist and elbow across. We don't want to practice the elbow from way back here and see how strong that we are. Elbow is a close range weapon, so we're going to stay close and elbow strike. Power again comes from the stepping and the twisting. As soon as I throw the elbow, this hand isn't just doing nothing, hanging out. This hand shoots up. Elbow. Hands are up, ready to go. The next move we're going to cover is the use of the entire forearm. That means we could be using the edge of the hand, which is the karate chop, the wrist, all the way down. This one goes specifically to our partner's neck region and towards his arm to release a hold. One of the most sensitive areas in the body is the neck. Every nerve, every blood vessel goes from your brain through your neck to the rest of your body. It's a primary target. It's easy to hurt your partner, and it's soft, which means you're not going to injure yourself. The way we're going to practice it, we're going to switch places for a sec. Okay. We're going to focus the power either, again, into the edge of the hand or to the forearm. And we're just going to swing like a baseball bat across. As we swing, we don't want to just stay still. We want to lean forward into it. Okay, so again, we're shifting front to back, and our waist and shoulders are spinning. So we're going to just show a couple of them. We're in a relaxed position and strike across. What you don't want to do is focus on the target and chop. You want to cut the target in half, like it's not there. So you just got to swing that arm. And on impact, all of your muscles are going to tighten. Step and chop across. Next technique that we're going to cover won't require the target. This is just something we're going to practice in the air, and that's the use of the fingertips. You could drop that for a second. The fingertips are going to strike for the neck and for the eye. What we're not doing is spearing. Our fingertips are not that strong. All we're doing is poking, and we just practice that by poking our partner's chest. Later on, we'll see in the choke defense and some of the others where when we press in, it's very effective with very little power. So the way we practice that, just focus on your partner's neck. Again, you're not spearing, you're just shooting the fingers out. Going to the neck, going to the eyes. Going back to the last technique that we did, which was the forearm strike, again, we're focusing for the neck region. That could be the side of the neck, the front of the neck, and the back of the neck, anywhere around. Another way this one can be used is if your partner's grabbing you, we use the forearm against his arm. So this is like a piece of pipe that we have. He grabs us on this side, it doesn't matter. We use our forearm to release from that hold. So it's very easy to remember. Somebody grabs you, just swing your bat into their arm. The technique before that, which was the palm, is a little bit more varied. The palm strike can be used to hit his jaw on the side, his chin, his nose, his solar plexus, which is the nerve cluster between his chest and his stomach. It could also come into his ribs. Temple region, which is on the sides here, both sides. Palm strike is excellent because it fits into a lot of different places. All right, we've concluded our upper body weapons, which were our palm, our elbow, our forearm, and our fingertips. Now we're going to go with our legs. With our legs, we don't want to do too much kicking because you have to keep in mind that when you're standing on one foot, number one, your balance is compromised, meaning you have to try to balance yourself. And number two, you've lost mobility. While I'm using my hands, I can keep moving. As soon as I go to kick, I'm locked in place. So while kicking is an important part of self-defense and fighting, it's limited for certain situations. The first thing we're going to do is use our knee. So we're going to bring Mike back out again. Knee strike can be done in two ways. It could either rise straight into the target, or it could come from a sideways motion. So we're going to show you both of them, then we'll show you how that's applied to our partner. So the first one, we just bend our knees a little bit, and knee strike coming up, right into the pad. For the second one, instead of staying in front of the pad, we're just going to move off to the side, and we're going to separate our knee from our body, and just come around the pad. So we're just going to step in, and knee strike. Now, where would these techniques be used? Let's take this off for a second. Let's say we were in close, we were grappling with our partner. The knee can shoot up straight. The knee can shoot to the side. If let's say our partner was pushing us and we avoided his push, the knee can shoot in sideways. So we have forward knees and sideways knees. As we travel down our leg, the next part of the foot that we kick with is our foot, is an actual forward kick. So we're going to have him hold the target one more time. When we do our front kick, we want to try to aim the kick with the bottom of the foot or the tip of the shoe, depending on how hard your shoes are. If you have very soft shoes, you don't want to hit with your toes. So the kick, basically we point our knee at the target and just kick, either foot, kick. One thing we want to keep in mind is when we kick, we're not kicking a football, so we don't want to kick and just drop our foot. We always want to retract the leg back, prevent him from grabbing it, and to maintain our balance. So we come up, front kick, and front kick. The last kick we're going to cover, if our partner's in front of us, front kicks work great. But if we have a multiple opponent situation and people are here and he's next to us, we want to learn to kick sideways. Kicking sideways, we use the heel of our foot, this part, this way. So now as I'm here, I stay sideways when I practice it. I pick the knee up and I kick with my heel. We'll show that one more time. I'm sideways and I kick with my heel. This kick, let's drop this again, Mike, is excellent if he's punching and we want to come in and kick towards one of his legs. Generally, it's not recommended that this kick go any higher than knee level. If he come forward one step, this kick can come to the front of his knee, this kick can come to the side of his knee, and just turn for a second, and this kick can come to the back of his knee. It's an excellent all-purpose kick. It's just like stepping on the floor, except you tilt a little and step out. Punk! Yeah! Okay, we're going to begin our series with empty hand defense. Most common type of attack in a bar fight situation is a choke, a tackle, and a swinging punch coming in a circle. Most bar fighters aren't trained fighters, but they do have experience, and the experience has taught them to swing in a nice big circle with all their power. The most common mistake people make is to try to move away from this type of attack. Moving away only increases the power of the attack and makes the person reach in more aggressively. So what we're going to do is show you the proper way to defend against it, and also show you some drills that you can practice to get your body used to the mechanics of this particular move. At this time, I'm going to bring out my partner, Mike. All right. For any of these techniques to work, you need practice. For practice, usually, for most of the things we're going to do, you're going to need another person. A lot of this is based on timing, which means knowing when to do the move at the right time. And without a punch or a kick or a stick coming at you, it's going to be very hard to judge that on your own. So if possible, get a partner. Always work cooperatively with your partner. Start everything slowly, gradually build up the speed. First drill we're going to do is called the hook punch drill. So basically, we're going to throw hook punches. We're going to learn a two-handed block and a follow-up strike. The reason we're blocking with two hands is that when he throws his punch, if I put one hand up and he's got momentum coming in, he's going to come through the arm and hit me anyway. So that single arm, if he's stronger than me, when it goes up, it's just going to go right through. What we want to do is use both of our arms against his single arm. At the same time, when we're doing the actual defense, we're going to move inside a little bit, which actually puts us inside the range of the punch. So he's going to punch, I'm not even going to block. And right here, as he swings through, I've already defended against it. Now, of course, I wouldn't want to take a chance like that. That's why when I do it, I'm actually going to strike. Now, after I've successfully blocked this arm, I have a little problem in that when I hit this arm down, this one wants to come around. That's not good. So the best way for me to stop this arm, instead of trying to block it, is to stop him at the source, which is striking him and shutting him completely down. So he punches, I chop him here, that stops this arm. From this point, I could continue with palms, with hammer fists, with knee strikes. It's almost irrelevant. What matters is 1-2. Then we have him go on the other side.